Coach, thank you. We have playoff football and bone-chilling playoff football at that in the city of brotherly love at Lincoln Financial Field. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Back 25, 39, Rock Pilot, 64, weak, slam. 25.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 58. Let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
General West. Check 13. Gun.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but if nice completion there. Keep.
Ready, blue 80. 59. Not here.
On first down, Taylor, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it indeed. Here come the flags. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
First down, Atlanta.
Ready, blue 80. 11. 53. Watch the play.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Gets it off to Freeman. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Hey, exit.
From the 24, Wentz. The reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Hey, kill. Hey, 4 Tokyo.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. This is caught by Jackson. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Check 24. Check 24. Hey, check Mike 45.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Here we go, Pac-Man. Waiting.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. I got one.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands.
He should hear 2nd and 10 from the 20.
20. Hey, 59, ready.
To throw again. Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
A gain of 15. And the Falcons 1st down.
Ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Ryan to throw. He finds his man Johnson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
25. Check 25.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Get that ball.
11. Check 59. 59. Mike to 59. I got it.
From the shotgun, Ryan looking deep for Julio. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 41 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Eagles 0. Brett Maher set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
82.
Wentz going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45.
Hey, wahoo!
There's a party now. 45, 45 Mike, 45.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to let this go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big gain of 39 on third.
First down. First and 10, 43-yard line.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Everyone.
5-7.
On first down, they run with Howard. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Flush to his right. It's caught by Jackson. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come on.
On first down, Howard. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, this is Howard. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 24.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
45. Ricky.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. After the interception, here's Ryan. Jones has it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Hey, wait.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Let him go.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. Complete to Jones. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Chopper!
Rush in. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he'll take this one down near the 15. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan, he's got Freeman here. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl.
53, Mike.
Hey, high 7.
53 to Mike. 53.
On 3rd down, Ryan. This complete to Jones. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Now a give, right side. It's Taylor, and he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 1st down, Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Check your hot read.
Hey, other side, solid. 81.
Check 45 to Mike.
To throw, it's Wentz. And Santos has got it complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
Too little, Cut.
Back. Hey, Haywood.
Check.
Wentz to throw again. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way.
On that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. From the gun, Ryan. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following that sparkling display of footwork we saw. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. From midfield, here's Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. It's a gain of 35.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. They'll run with Sanders, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
14, 82, 14.
45. Mike, 45. Let's go.
Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game.
49, check 49, check 49. Here.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Got him in. Open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They'll run on first down. Taylor, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. To throw on 3rd down, Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Wentz now on first down. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Protein spill.
Watch the twitch.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he connects with Ertz. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Sunday. Hey, Ford, Tokyo. Don't be scared of it.
Throwing now is Wentz. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Check. Bunt. Shift. 46 down, man. 5-4.
45 to Mike. 45.
Here, shift.
He's tired of me. He's tired of
Here,
us.
shift.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Oh, yes.
Working from the gun, Wentz. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Danny.
Hey, Alpha.
Watch safety creeping.
On third and long, it's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Another run with Sanders. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Watch the safety creep.
Grade 15. Grade 15.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Dustin Hopkins on for the field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
First down, Atlanta.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike to 59. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Hey, South. Get out.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Keep it rolling.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Pick it up, D. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Now a give, right side. Taylor. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
21.
Now Ryan on first down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Throwing again. Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Let's go.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Now Ryan gets it off to Freeman. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. The give to Taylor. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Taylor. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Backers set the edge.
The kick by Marr. Even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go. Backman. 180. Stick it up. Tight end right. Tight end right. 3 down. 3 down. 5-9. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Bravo. Let's see what you got. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. That's the pass. 45. Mike 45.
Wentz going to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
But it's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Empty. Hey, check. 45's the mic. 45's the mic.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 16-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a give right side. It's Taylor. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Matt Weil now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Here we go. 280. 45. I'm coming for you. Mom. Here. Watch the backer. 45's the mic. 40. Hey, orbit. Pick it up. Hey, check mic 45. Check mic 45.
Wins to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on fourth down.
45's Mike. Sunday. Hey, Delta. All you get is a headache. 45's the mic. 45's the mic. Hey.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. And a disappointing way to close out the season. You got into the playoffs but couldn't really make any noise.
Still a good season. Some might call it a great season when they get away from it a little bit. But they also will all look at their own errors, their own mistakes, and wonder how they could have played a little bit better. So if they get in this position again, they'll be ready to win.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Philadelphia, good night, everybody.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man.